guys!
I'm Caroline.
And I'm Claire.
And today we're going to be talking about the importance of appropriate, clear, and coherent writing.
This is important in all aspects of writing, like essays, articles, and especially recipes, because you will probably not get the product that you want from an unclear recipe. First, we must go over what exactly a recipe, and more specifically, a standardized recipe is. A standardized recipe is a formula that will produce and control a known quality and quantity of a product. They control quality by having specific directions and measurements of the ingredients. Quantity is controlled first by indicating precise quantities for every ingredient and how to measure that quantity. Second, they indicate exact yields and portion sizes and how to measure and serve those portions. Recipes are composed of two main things: the ingredients and the preparation of those ingredients. For a recipe to be written clearly and coherently, it must have correct measurements of those specific ingredients and clear and understandable steps to follow in order to execute that recipe properly.
Right. So writing must be appropriate for whatever purpose it's meant to serve. When you're writing a recipe, you must make sure to use language that is fitting for a recipe. For example, if a cookie recipe called for 2 cups of all-purpose flour, it wouldn't be appropriate for you to write on the recipe vivid descriptions of what the flour looks like or smells like or anything like that, because that's not relevant to the reader's understanding of how to create the cookies. However, if you were writing a descriptive essay, then it would be appropriate and necessary to use imagery to describe people's appearances, the setting, sounds, all those types of things. As far as clarity and coherence, the reader must be able to understand the quantity and quality of the ingredients he or she needs to create the recipe. So if a cookie recipe required 1 stick of softened butter, but the recipe simply said butter on it, that would not provide the reader with a clear understanding of how much butter is needed or what state it needed to be in. This could cause the reader to create cookies that could be hard to mix, too spread out, or not spread out enough, depending on how the reader uses the butter: cold, soft, or melted. So it's very important to be clear and coherent when writing anything, whether it's a cookie recipe, an essay, a letter, an article, anything. The whole point of writing is to communicate ideas, but nobody will be able to understand what your ideas are if you don't write them in a clear, coherent manner.
Let's go to the kitchen to show you exactly what we mean. So here we have 2 recipes for chocolate chip cookies. One has just ingredients and general steps to follow and is not specific and has no measurements. The second is a standardized recipe with measurements and detailed steps that are clear and coherent.
I will be following the unstandardized recipe.
And I'll be following the standardized recipe. So we have all the ingredients and stuff we need to bake them in front of us. So let's see how they turn out. So we finished baking and the cookies are out of the oven and have cooled. And as you can see, the cookies from the clear and coherent standardized recipe are golden brown, beautiful, have a nice spread, and are just everything you're looking for in a chocolate chip cookie.
Yes, and the cookies that are from the non-standardized recipe are not what you are looking for in a chocolate chip cookie. They barely spread at all, and they're hard and dense. So, should we try them?
Sure.
Cheers.
So, the cookies from the standardized recipe are soft on the inside and have crunchy edges, and as far as taste goes, are sweet and just delicious. Everything you're looking for.
Yes. Let's give mine a try.
Cheers.
I'm scared. I mean, they're not horrible. They mainly taste like flour.
Yeah, which is not what you're looking for, whether you're just snacking on a cookie or you're bringing them to some kind of party or whatever.
As you can see, if appropriate, clear, and coherent writing is not used, the results can be quite unpleasant.
Yes.
So it is pivotal to apply these skills to any type of writing you do, if you want to get the right message across and if you want successful results.